Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it.
I'll say Man City edged it. We're slightly the better team, but again, Arsenal had the better opportunities. And I'm going to go to Kai Havertz.
No.
He had the better opportunities, and really this game shouldn't have gone to penalties.
I love it. The season hasn't begun. The season hasn't begun, and the delusion has set in. Their Arsenal hate is seeping through their pores. Listen, I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I enjoy watching it. It's fun. It's hilarious. Arsenal win a game, and they focus on, well, they shouldn't have even had to have gone to penalties because they should have finished the game off. But you've just said that Man City were the better team, but you're blaming Arsenal for it going to penalties.
Stop it. Get some help.
And after 90 minutes, he should have...
I mean, Kai Havertz, look, Arsenal fans can have their say on this, but he can't hit a barn door. You know, we know what he's going to give you. He's going to give you hold-up play, he's going to work hard, but he's going to let you down when it comes to the crunch. And when it gets...
I think most Arsenal fans have that reservation about Kai Havertz. There's no doubt about it. But I find this with Man United and I find it with Arsenal. I want to get your opinions on this. Our clubs can win games, but we still get criticised. Where if it was the other way round, if City would have won yesterday, nobody would be talking about Haaland having a bad game, as an example. Now, I know that he delivers most of the other times, but it isn't just with Kai Havertz. They do it to Arsenal and they do it to Man United when our consistent performers have bad games as well. It's mad to me. It's absolutely, it's crazy.
How dare you?
Celebrated, Benty, to be honest with you, mate. It was because...
What did you say there? What did Blackburn fan random, by the way? What did he say?
I think that they massively over-celebrated, Benty.
Over-celebration police again. I love it.
To be honest with you, mate. It was because 30 years ago, if that was the result, they would have shared it.
They've gone mad. They've gone mad.
Blah, 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 blah.
It's the last two, and it hasn't bothered. Psychologically, it didn't affect them at all. So
a Blackburn fan, for some reason, hates Arsenal. Well, 30 years ago, this wouldn't have happened. Okay. Once upon a time, goalies didn't wear gloves. There was no yellow cards. You could pass back. Are we going to undo achievements in the modern day era because the rules have changed for everyone? I'm confused.
It's just a friendly, mate, and fair play. You.
Why are you phoning in then? Why does it matter if it's just a friendly?
But that means nothing. Absolutely nothing.
All right, Adam, let me ask you a question. If Blackburn won it, are you an Arsenal fan? Liam, sorry, you're a Blackburn fan. If Blackburn won it, would you have celebrated?
Yeah, I would have celebrated.
See, he would have celebrated. This is the thing. This is what fans do in 2023. If a rival wins or achieves pretty much anything, barring the Premier Champions League, FA Cups, League Cups, Community Shields, even one-off games, they're like, how dare you celebrate? That's disgraceful. You're over-celebrating. You're going over the top. If your team wins, you do exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing. Look, I'm going to call some gooners out here in this. Okay, so Brian, before you leave a comment saying why am I back in Arsenal, it's about behaviour in general. There are Arsenal fans that said, I don't get why Man United fans are celebrating the Carabao Cup. Cup competitions of that size are pointless almost. They're meaningless. These men wrapped the game on Sunday. And the Community Shield isn't as valuable as the Carabao Cup, in my personal opinion. But you still celebrate it. This is what I mean. Everybody's so... I'm just going to call it out for what it is. Weird nowadays. Being a football fan is a very, very, very strange place indeed. It really, really is.
Oh!
There's no way Arsenal's winning the league. I'm telling you.
City fans are shook. Listen, they beat them in a Community Shield. It means nothing. It will have no bearing on the season. We got Blackburn fans phoning in. You now got City fans. They ain't winning. They're not winning league. They're not winning league.
That every time we lose the Community
I think Jackie's had a few.
Shield, we go on to win the league.
True. And why are you shook? Why are you shook, Jackie?
Day was so lucky. If it weren't
Lucky.
for Carl Walker and whoever the Arsenal player was, flashing heads, we'd have won that game. It went 13 minutes over, Jamie.
How do you guys come up with this? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, it did go over time, right? But that's the point of added on time. Because if there hadn't have been the injuries and the stoppages in the game, Arsenal would have scored that goal in normal time. But they didn't have the opportunity to because of injuries, substitutions, celebrations. So it was added on. It's not lucky. It's actually fair. I'm confused. I'm dumbfounded. I'm dead, bruv. I'm dead.
The team, the winners, we lost in the Shield. Last season we won
3 in a row. We lost 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Yeah.
Because we won the Premier League.
Oh, you know when Pep's salty. You know when he's salty, his voice goes a little deeper. His voice goes a little slower.
Trying to win the title and much more.
Sorry?
Does it really matter?
They really should mic up the journalists at these press conferences so it isn't all echoey. It's horrible.
Does it really matter?
What?
Losing this game.
We congratulate Arsenal. It's football. Sometimes win, sometimes lose.
Sometimes win, sometimes lose. I love it. He's salty. Listen, this man, he's the best manager in the world, but he cannot handle losing. And I'm seeing all this saltiness from him, and I'm seeing all these City's fans say, oh, we don't really care about this. Pep cared. Pep was look at him celebrating the goal. Look at Pep celebrating the goal. And then after he loses, it doesn't matter. The game doesn't mean much. We won bigger things. The hypocrisy stinks. It's like morning breath mixed with coffee and poo.
We did it. So, congratulate my opponent. And
he doesn't mean it. He's so angry.
Time to celebrate it. And yeah, just prepare. What can I say? So, we're Manchester City.
Say you're gutted. Say you really wanted to win. Tell us the truth, Pep.
City are a good team, but sometimes you lose competitions and games. So, I want to say something. The exceptional is win the treble.
Oh, he's rattled. He really is. He's really rattled.
Let's go! Come on!
I said, if the Carabao Cup was so big, why didn't they play in the final? Man City won both of those, right?
Exactly.
So they look on it and they say the next biggest thing is the runner-up. Now, if the Carabao Cup was so important, was such a big trophy as what the United fans made out, then why wasn't it not Man City versus Man United?
Carabao Cup. You only get 100 grand. The Community Shield is 1 point something. It's almost each team.
I don't know what. Robbie, I love you, bro. I love you. You know that. We met a few weeks ago, had a good chat. I love you. It's just the rules, bro. Man United don't make the rules have been in place forever. And it's always been the winner of the FA Cup and the Premier League play the charity game. And if if a team does a double, it goes to the team that's second in the league. I don't understand. Are you claiming, Robbie? I need to ask this question. Viewers, let me know. Is Robbie claiming that the Community Shield is a bigger trophy than the Carabao Cup? Is that what we are doing? Because if we are, I'm all for it. I'm all for it because that means Man United now have more trophies than Liverpool and we are the most successful team in English football history. I'm down. I'm up for this. However, it means a few things. It means anyone else who wins it in future, we have to recognize it. It means Jose Mourinho really did win a a treble at Man United because he won the Community Shield, Carabao Cup, and the Europa League. So did he really do a treble, Robbie? Come on, bro. I know you hate Man United. I get it, right? We hate Arsenal. Arsenal hate us. It's how we are. And I think it was quite significant that you came back from behind and it was good that Arsenal won. I've played it up. I haven't played it down. But are we really moving into a world, really, truthfully, honestly, where we're saying the Community Shield is now bigger than the Carabao Cup?
stuff like that. I guarantee you, every single player in that dressing room, actually every single player that's a footballer, yeah, that in any dressing room up and down the country will have seen him racing after Maguire and shouting at him there and gone, nah, that's bang out of order. That
I think Maguire and Onana maybe aren't as tight as they might have been now.
Without doubt. If I'm Maguire, right, and somebody's doing that to me, I'm going, what are you doing, you dickhead?
I can't have... Listen, again, big respect to Ben Foster. Big respect to Ben Foster, what he's built, the podcast he has. It's all very, very good. You know, and I'm not... Everyone knows when I do these fan channel reviews, not about beefing people. I'm not into that. I'm a 37-year-old man, not about that life. But this has to... For me, look, I know he's a professional football player. So he's given us insight that I don't have. The same as he couldn't tell me what it's like to be a kickboxer, because he's never been a kickboxer. I have, right? But the reason why I think this Onana situation is being overblown is I see footballers shout at each other all the time. Equally, I see Man City's players shout at each other a lot. A lot. Over the years, under Pep, I've seen them fight, argue, not physically scrap, but get in each other's faces, berate each other for mistakes. I've seen Haaland 100 times last season shout at his teammates for not passing him the ball. It doesn't break their harmony. Maybe his teammate thinks, oh, what are you shouting at me for? It doesn't break anything. It hasn't ruined the team spirit. I've seen Pep Guardiola, the manager, scream at his players. His players don't stop working for him. And I use Man City as the example because right now they're the pinnacle of English football. They're the best team in English football. But I've seen the great Arsenal teams, Man United teams. In fact, I've seen Ben Foster shout at his defenders. I've seen him do it. I've seen him do it in a Man United shirt. I was at the very famous Man City, Man United derby game, Michael Owen winner, when he was in goal. And I saw him get shouted out for the first goal City scored. I saw Rio get shouted at for the equaliser from Bellamy in the dying minutes before Owen went and scored the goal. This Onana situation is the maddest thing I've ever seen in my life. I have never seen a goalkeeper criticised for berating his centre-backs when everyone else before him has been praised for doing it. And I've never seen a sweeper keeper condemned for being off his line like every other single sweeper keeper in the history of that tactic, that role as a goalkeeper. But suddenly Onana's doing it at Man United, and there's a big problem. And I don't get why. I don't understand it. I'm genuinely confused. So viewers, help me out below. Listen, Fan Channel Review is here to stay for the remainder of the season. Make sure like buttons are hit. If there's anything you see on socials that you want me to feature on this show, send me a DM, send me the link, let me know about it, and we'll do our best to feature it. Links to all the channels, fan channels that featured in the show as ever, AFTV United Stand. Hit like button, subscribe to The Terrace, and we'll see you all. I can't believe some of the takes on it today. We'll see you all again.